pretty commonly out of people. It looks like red team is now suddenly seeing that there are bloodletters coming out of here, and they're not sure why. Well, guys, it turns out that Mayhem is insane, and he's gone ahead and put 6 Chaos Towers up here. He is doing the regular Corn worship here to give these guys speed and healing. However, he's not worshipping at any particular tower, which would make it double produce. A 7th Corn Tower is now going up at this victory point. Triple Blood Crusher now for Magic. That is a really peculiar choice, but it looks like Lelouch's Rocket Techs were a good choice at this point. Do these Assault Marines have Melta Bombs? They do not. They're on their way, though. So the rest of this stuff's going to have to get the heck out of here. Alright, let's see how these Corn Towers do. Not very effective. These Banshees aren't taking very much damage. These Wraith Guards are taking down the towers with some efficiency. Heretics can repair these towers, by the way, if anyone didn't know that. So you can set them to repair. Oh boy, those are just going down really fast. The Banshees finally got driven out, but I don't think really from the Bloodletters, more from the Wraith Guards. Now, if these Bloodletters could focus these Wraith Guards, although there are 2 squads of them, they could stop the main artillery that's coming in to wipe this. They did push this squad out, and it is looking a bit light at 1 member with 90 hit points. However, the 2nd squad and the Guardians and the Warp Spider are able to cover the retreat. This is such a bizarre strategy to try to implement. It's a very effective stall tactic, but even though you're stalling Red Team from getting this victory point, you've also stalled yourself from buying much of anything. And unfortunately, Sototar did have probably one of the best Tier 2 counters to Corn Towers already out, which is the Wraith Guards. Now they're trying to drive off these heretics to make sure no additional towers can be put up and no repairing can go on. There's only 1 member left. He is actually quite ballsy to be sticking around. Mayhem's heretics, man. What is he going to do? Is he going to repair? Is he going to build another tower? Meanwhile, we got a huge encounter going down here. Double Assault Marines jumping in like madmen, just tearing the place up. Making a mockery of these Chaos Marines. It does look like Shaw is controlling both Assault Marine squads from the same control group. If you do that, I recommend turning on Advanced Sub-Selection because he had both focusing the same Chaos Marine squad. And with the Heretics standing there, it was very difficult for... Ooh, his last cannon barely getting out of there. It was very difficult for the Assault Marines to all get in on those Chaos Marines, as, you know, they need to have some surface area to actually melee. And when you have big models like Assault Marines, and there's 4 per squad, and they're only attacking the 3 models of the Chaos Marines, you're going to see a bit of issue with that. These Bloodletters just stopped attacking for some reason, with being able to actually get damage in there too much. So Red Team has had pretty commanding control of this bottom point. The APO is down here dead again. And they're finally actually starting to reclaim this point here. They've cleared out all the Corn Towers. Let the Galaxy Burn is driving off some forces. I don't think these Wraith Guards should have retreated. They were fine. Very nice sync kill with the Blood Maul there for the Chaos Lord, doing quite a bit of damage to those Guardian squads. I apologize, I'm going to be taking a drink right here. I have been casting for about an hour and 15 minutes. Alright, thank you. Alright, so now Blue Team is retaking this bottom point. They're retaking the top point. They're about to have a 3 cap up. They're about 200 points in the lead. This is not looking good for Red. Red needs to do something to turn this around. The jump there kind of failed to connect with these Chaos Marines that he looked like he was hoping to assassinate. Actually, that was the Plague Champion. And again, you see, you've got too many guys for this generator. This one guy is unable to get in there in melee and is instead standing back and firing a bolt pistol, which is wholly ineffective. If you have advanced sub-selection on, you can hit tab, select the first squad, right-click on its generator, hit tab again, select the second squad, right-click on the other one, and then hit tab again and be selecting both squads again. Alright, we've got a Noise Marines up here. We've got Corn Worship for some reason. Lots of grenades, lots of damage. The Heretics barely make it out. The Noise Marines with Blastmaster barely make it out. That is a huge red blob combining both Chaos and Eldar. Two forces that we never thought would join together. Let's call these Chaos Eldar. Oh boy. Red's got a GUO out. That is much, much farther. Okay. See, blue team has, I think, exclusively tier 1 units, except for these Plasma Devastators, even though they've been in tier 2 longer. Meanwhile, red team has mostly tier 2 units. Well, not really. They have double Wraithguard, they have Plague Marines. They had a lot of Blood Crushers, that was kind of silly. But this GUO, that's a big problem. I don't believe blue has much to deal with them. They have las cannons, they have things like that, but they don't have... Oh man, that Plasma Dev just went down really quickly there. Does Lelouch actually have? He actually has 4 Tactical Marines out. Or do they all have rocket launchers? No, one has Plasma. That is an interesting build choice. I don't play a lot of 3v3, so I'm not sure if that's actually a smart thing to do in 3v3, but my instincts tell me it's probably not. Let's see how those rocket techs do against the GUO, who is happily camping up here, not getting into the fight. You know, he's kind of overweight, so it would behoove him to get into this fight, but I think he's just a little bit tired from walking all the way across this distance that I'm pointing to on the minimap here. I mean, that is a long way to walk, and ultimately you just get a little bit tired. Alright, those Grenade Heretics are going down. Yep, the Assault Marines take them down. However, there's just a lot of stuff here. Now, this is an interesting thing about Wraith Guards, is that when you have Wraith Guards versus Assault units, the Assault units don't necessarily have to jump on the Wraith Guards to stop them from being effective. Oh boy, that Chaos Marine is in trouble. He does go down. Ouch, ouch, ouch. But as I was saying, if you jump in on somebody's stuff, somebody's range blob, they pull their Wraith Guards away, the Wraith Guards start firing, they splash onto the range stuff. They're going to kill their own stuff. Red did temporarily have a 3 cap up there. However, these Tacs with Plasma did try to go up here and take it. However, they're not going to make it away. Oh, no Foul Snare. That's surprising. I would have expected a Foul Snare to finish that off. It might have bugged. Meanwhile, Mayhem is sneaking over here with his unupgraded Noise Marines and Tzeentch Chaos Marines. He does have double Noise Marines on the field. The others have their Blastmaster out. Libby for show. Red team still has this point locked down. One Cloud chasing off that whole range blob. I find that really surprising. I don't think that was a good retreat. I think that was a mass retreat when it only needed to retreat like maybe 1 squad there. However, Scholl is coming in here, and he does have the Assault Marines. That didn't have to retreat. It seems like Lelouch is a little bit hesitant here. That was a good retreat. I'll get that Apothecary out of there before he goes down. Oh, 3, 2, 1 more shot, and he'll go down. He does. Oh, boy, he got intercepted by the Eldar there. This turret is a bit of a late game choice, and on this map I don't think turrets are that effective. Even without the Assault Marines, Lelouch could have gone around bottom. That would have taken him a little bit longer, but ultimately the turret would have been useless. So it's a 1-1 cap up right now, and it looks like red team's about to make it 2-1. They desperately need to hold this point, and they certainly are. There's only 1 Assault Marine squad left into this fight. Ooh. One of Magic's Chaos Marine squads goes down there. Oh boy, that's some dangerous Wraithguard fire on retreat. They need to turn around and, yes, fire at this blob. These rocket launches are not doing anything. Double grenades down. And another mass retreat out of Lelouch. I don't like to see that, Lelouch. I don't like to see the mass retreats. He left behind the Devastator at least, but... And yeah, another mass retreat out of Sototar as well. That's... Guys, just because something gets suppressed, you don't have to retreat. I know I'm guilty of it as well. I gotta say, I'm definitely guilty of it as well, but I'm just telling you, you really don't. There is a Chaos Lord in there, but you can't see him because his icon has disappeared. He is retreating at this point. And what do you guys suppose Mayhem's going to do now that he has this point captured? Yep. If you said build a Corn Shrine, you were correct. Congratulations. An Autarch call-in is going to happen, though, and that's going to really mess with the plans of Mayhem here. Oh boy, that is an Imperial Abyss. That is not good. It's not clear whose Imperial Abyss that is. Although judging from red, I would say it was Neritikos. Take a quick look at resources here. We do have a Chaos Pred on the way for Neritiko as well. And his Great Unclean One now is facing off with the double rocket tax plus Plague Marines plus double plasma tax. And it looks like a Power Fist Force Commander and a Blood Maul Chaos Lord. So he's putting up quite a bit of a fight here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Neritiko's watching him, so he's not using any of his abilities. Looks like he just tried to use Foul Snare. Oh, nope, so he was trying to use Vomit there, but he failed. Ultimately, he's dead. Everybody's clearing out of there, so his death explosion is just going to be entertaining for us to watch and not significant in any way. Blue team now has the caps up 2-1 after having sneakily taken this point. However, a huge red blob of Chaos and Eldar is pushing in here. Sototar has been very effective at supporting both his allies. Angels of Death is popped, so those Assault Marines are invulnerable. However, they did get suppressed by that artillery fire. If you don't know that. Oh, what? A mass retreat out of show at a very inopportune time, just as his ally shows up. This Devastator is going to have to retreat as well. This is part of team coordination that is very difficult to get down, but ultimately you're in a lot of trouble if you can't communicate that you're coming to help a teammate. This Predator is not in a good position here. Oh boy, Neritiko has responded to Mayhem's repeated towering of this point by towering it himself. Looks like he needs to finish building this one, though. Wow, that forced a mass retreat out of Lelouch quite quickly. And now this Predator is going to go in on these forces here. It needs to be careful because these are Plague Marines, and Plague Marines rockets do snare. There it is. It's up on the Predator, and the Blood Maul is coming in. However, Lightning Claws Chaos Lord is going to be quite significant. Keep moving, Predator. Don't keep getting rocketed. These Plague Marines aren't chasing. And Red has this point locked down, that's for sure. With only 5 victory points left, Red really can't afford to lose a victory point. If a victory point goes blue, that is currently red, they will not be able to recapture in time to win. It will be over for them. So they need to be quite vigilant. These Wraith Guards are in a bit of a bad situation against these Assault Marines. However, again, I don't believe they needed to retreat because his ally was right here to support him. Oh, wow. We've got 5, looks like 5 Corn Towers now at this point. That point has been Corn Towered this whole game. Oh man, it looks like it's going the other way. This blue point is going gray. These Plague Marines cannot do enough damage to this Chaos Lord to stop him. And meanwhile, the Predator is gunning them down. We do have some Assault Marines coming in to support. However, their jump does not knock down. Mayhem said GG quite a while ago when their team was up. That was a bit of a premature GG, I think, as Red Team is showing some surprising resilience here. Nice destructive strike, throwing back those Assault Marines. A very good point blank, let the galaxy burn. The Chaos Predator is rightfully staying back. It has been upgraded Nurgle, but it is still dangerous for it to come in there. If it gets double melta-bombed and rocketed, it's not going to survive. Another very nice Autarch call-in. Ooh,